die Shiuri meyuchodim, was Baal al-Giyula mit Yasser gewähren und mit Parsim gewähren. Und das sind die Shiuri, was zu Nomen gegeben, Chitas.
Welcome to Chita Short and Simple for Wednesday, Yud Beis Iyar.
Review of Parshas Emor. Hashem instructs Moshe to tell the Yidden that they should always make an effort to come to Yerushalayim to celebrate the Shalosh Regalim. And Hashem says, if you get delayed on the way, the Beis that fixes the calendar which designates when the Yom Tov will be, will declare that year a leap year, enabling you to reach Yerushalayim on time. And the following are the Shalosh Regalim. Just as for 6 days, work may be performed, but the 7th day is a day of complete rest, a holy celebration in which you do not do any work, so too, the Yom Tovim must be observed very well, just like you observe Shabbos. These Yom Tovim are holy celebrations which should be fixed in their appropriate times by the Beis Gadol, which establishes the beginning of each month when the moon appears. The dates for Pesach. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, after the 6th hour in the afternoon, you should offer the Karban Pesach. On the 15th day of that month, that is Chag HaMatzos. You should eat matzahs for a period of 7 days. The first day will be a holy celebration for you, when no work may be done. You should bring an additional karban for a period of 7 days, and the 7th day will be a holy celebration when you should not do any work. Then Hashem instructs Moshe about the Emor offering, saying that when you come to the land that I am giving you and you reap its harvest, you should bring an Emor measure from the first of your reaping to the Kohen. And the Kohen should wave the Emor backwards, forwards, upwards and downwards before Hashem. And the Kohen should wave it on the day following the first day of Pesach, Tzazai Nisan. On the day that you wave the Emor, you should offer up the following as an accompaniment: a perfect unblemished lamb in its first year as an olah. Its mincha that goes together with it should be 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. It should be offered together with a nesach, which should be 1/4 of a hin of wine. And you should not eat bread, parched grain flour, or parched kernels from the new crop until Tazai Nisan, until you bring the Emor offering to Hashem. This is the Isser Chadash, that we're not allowed to eat the grain from the new crop until the Emor offering has been bought on the 2nd day of Pesach. And then from the day that the Emor is offered, you should count for yourself 7 weeks, and they should be complete days, which means you should start counting by night. On the 50th day, you should bring the first mincha from the new crop. They include 2 loaves made from 2/10 of an ephah, and they should be made from fine flour, and they are chametz. Together with that bread should be 7 perfect, unblemished lambs in their first year, 1 young bull and 2 rams. These should be offered up as an olah, together with a mincha and nesach. 1 male goat should be offered as a chatas, and 2 lambs in their first year as a shlamim. The Kohen then waves the meat from the 2 lambs with the first mincha, and this should be done while the 2 lambs are still alive. These 2 lambs as a shlamim are kache kalim, a lesser degree of holiness. This day is called Shavuos, and it should be a day of rest. And being that this is the season of reaping the harvest, when you do so, you should not completely remove the corn of your field during your harvesting. Why? Because it should be left for the poor. Nor should you gather the individual stalks of your harvest that are fallen, called leka. Rather, leave them for the poor and the convert. I am Hashem.
Today's share in Tehillim is Kapitel Samach Vav through Samach Ches.
In today's Tanya, we finish off Parak Mamvav. We say today that since most of us are more aligned with our Nefesh Bahamis, we aren't able to sense the delay our Nefesh Elikis feels when he unites with Hashem through Torah and mitzvahs. But the Alter Rebbe tells us and reassures us that the fact that we aren't aware of it doesn't in any way mean that it's not really happening. And we should just know that actually, even if we may not feel it, our Nefesh Bahamis is also impacted and refined, although obviously in a more subtle way.
These are the correct ways to say these words in the Siddur. Say Menu Ma'amar with an A sound, and Kayim Ne'emar with an A sound. Say Zachar with a sound. Say Untoltani with an A sound. And say Ve'avtecha Laisasir Na Tasir.
In today's Sefer Mitzvahs, we have 2 mitzvahs. First is mitzvah aseh regarding a saita, and second is mitzvah aseh that we shouldn't put oil on the carbon of a saita.
Thank you for listening to today's Chitas Short and Simple.